Well, hello. People are up in today. Well, yeah, set me up with some kind of music. With some kind of music. Start the day. Start the day with Morning Toke. But I like to hear some. On this channel, you're going to know things about marijuana. How it's good. And how it helps with everybody's body. Or what it does. Now I'm going to get me some jelly bean, which is a sativa, which is badass, where you can just not worry about race kind of things. Um, you don't have to worry about racy kind of mindset like Sour Diesel does. But what's so great about it is I thought I had it. This is pudding cake. A banana OG, sorry. I just have some banana OG. Actually, it's Mars Breath. Mars Breath is a great strain for indica leaning. It's a very amazing strain. I love it. Now the top strains. The strains are great. I've always wanted to get into. I've always wanted to get into the marijuana kind of thing. I'm not trying to say thing right now. Tom McDonald, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to take anything from you. You're a great artist. Anyway, um, the marijuana field and industry has been my only thing I've actually wanted to get into. So bad. It's not because of how it gets you and everything. I don't even just smoke that. I smoke CBD, cannabis oil. I mean, cannabis oil is great as well. I'm not using that CBD. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what it's called. It's called that THC Delta 9 kind of thing, Delta 8. I don't know anything about that. I know I see it a lot in the stores. Honestly, I cannot really buy CBD or any kind of herbal things from the store because it's just uh like once marijuana becomes the way it is in the whole entire United States, I think a lot of people are just going to buy them from the convenience stores. I cannot buy cannabis at a convenience store. I cannot buy CBD from cannabis stores. The only kind of store I go to is usually like an actual head shop. And when I go to a convenience store and buy, I would not. I just don't buy like CBD products from convenience stores because, in all honesty, they're there just to sell and sell and sell and sell. They don't. I don't believe a lot of people in convenience stores know what they're trying to sell is the CBD and stuff. They just get it. They just get it to get it and sell it. And a lot of people hate CBD because it doesn't get them to psychoactive kind of thing. Okay. Just because it doesn't get you stoned, where you want to be, there's a lot of, there's a lot of things that THC does for you without having THC. You could always have CBD in. You could always have CBD. You could always have something of the plant. This plant provides a lot more than you think. Just because you don't get stony, just because this and that or whatever, it's actually helping inside you. Your bloodstreams are getting like infused with this amazing healing thing. I believe in Jesus Christ and everything, but this plant provides a lot. I keep repeating myself because I didn't think I was going to sit here and talk about cannabis. I really didn't. Um, Cannabis is like my passion. You know, everyone has a passion for something, and cannabis is my passion. It has been the only thing in all reality besides human nature that's made me happy. Candy doesn't really make me happy. I mean, it helps me out for that moment, but I'm not trying to sit here and eat a lot of sugar. I don't eat a lot of sugar. I don't like to. That little hair right there. Anyway, I don't know who's watching. Is that me? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Can't see no comments or anything. So what is this? What's this? Anyway, Third Eye Blind is a great band, by the way. For anyone that has talked or has had cannabis, either has had some experiences where, oh, they got too like high or medicated. I like to say medicated because I mean it's medicine to me. It's hard for me to sit here and take aspirin. It's hard for me to sit here and take ibuprofen. It's hard for me to sit there and just take any kind of pill because it's just I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I will have to sit there and take aspirin if I have to, or you know, um, it's nothing against the song. Um, it's literally hard for me to sit there and take ibuprofen and stuff like that because I feel like it's not doing anything. And I have to sit there and take 10, not 10, like 8. No, I just don't want to sit there and take so many of these things and find out that I could either get like messed up because I have diarrhea going on because I took too many pills. I don't want to. You know, I grew up taking medicines over the counter. I did. And it really freaking bites because you want to sit there and take this medicine. No offense to anybody. Because I'm going to sit there and say this. Some medicines help other people. Like, oh, it helps a lot of people, but it's not it's not going to do any good for me. Um, a lot of people shun this cannabis plant because you feel this heavy vibe, or you might feel this like light vibe, like all that stuff. In all reality, I might alter your mindset, maybe, but you don't want. You have control of your body. Take control of your body, your mind, and thoughts. Cannabis is not for everybody. Just like Adderall's not like for everybody. But for me, it's not. Ritalin, Tylenol, or not Tylenol, Ritalin, Abilify. Um, I have no idea what other stuff is out there, but I don't really pay attention. I don't pay attention at all. But I am sorry for what music is being played. I don't know how to really mess up. But I don't know about this. More on cannabis. When, yeah, the effects bother you. I mean, like I said, it's not. It's something that needs to be controlled in a way, but don't like control it to where. I mean, you're not going to sit there and give um, a child a high dose of some kind of pharmaceutical. I understand. That's why a lot of cannabis strains are like 14, 9. That's the lowest I've seen. Has been 9% or 10, you know. And the benefits before that one, and I feel like whenever it's that low, it's for a child to have. If I was given cannabis as a child, I believe that, you know, I won't have to wake up every day and have to I wouldn't want to have to like feel sick not taking cannabis for 3 days and have this nauseating feeling that I didn't want to go to school because it made me sick. And when someone asks me, have I what do I how I do I act without my medicine? And I'm like the pills or something, the medicines I was on. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. And I mean, yeah, I was an adolescent. Everyone was. If I'm not mistaken. If you didn't live a sheltered life, which I didn't really, I didn't shelter myself. I love my mom. I love my family. But I believe if I was introduced to this kind of plant as a child, as a CBD portion with a low THC volume, which is like your CBD, THC kind of things that are sold in stores have 0.003 or something, THC volume. I don't know how they do it because I don't buy CBD from convenience stores. Um, Damn, I'm good. It's just if I was introduced to that, I could actually not feel the nauseating and not want to go to school kind of thing. Because once I did get told or asked if I wanted to, like I said before, to get off of pharmaceuticals, I could get off of them, and that's why I don't take them. It made me sick, so I stopped taking it. I remember, going through school and be like, such and such, come to take your medicine to get that little. ketchup looking thing that you make ketchup bottles out of, not ketchup bottles, but little things, a little medicine, and just okay, go back to school, these chick, whatever, and go bye bye, back to class. And then all of a sudden, like 30, 40 minutes later, you're like, you know, there's sometimes whenever I take my pharmaceutical medicines from my doctors, no offense, my pediatrician, it's very cool. It's enjoyable. It's still cool to me. Well, that's resin. Hmm, I would have probably done better in class because once I realized that, once I got onto this cannabis plant, I felt like I was in a better state of mind where everything was like slowed down from my thoughts and everything. By the way, I'm Aquarius. I'm Aquarius. So just know I'm a little air. Hmm. I see there's two people watching, I guess. Um, but as a child, taking those pharmaceuticals, it made me sick. And once I did get onto the cannabis plant, like I said, everything just was like being put in place. Was it was better, and maybe I would be doing something as a teenager, just being a kid. It was awesome, but being controlled by those things just made life just slow down too much where I didn't want to do nothing. Once a therapist put me on that Abilify or something like that, it just it just made me just zombified. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do nothing. And with THC, just because a lot of people think, oh, I'm too stoned to do anything, dude, man, don't be like that little couch potato looking little chick from the 90s commercial. Well, it's melting off the couch. That's why whenever we get stoned and we just don't want to do nothing, we just chill out. But it's not that we don't want to do nothing. It's the fact that it's I don't not coming up like that. I have my reasons why I don't do much things, and whenever I do them correctly. But I, long story short, I'm not going to be put on pharmaceuticals to make my life controlled. A lot of people say cannabis controls them. Cannabis does this. Cannabis does that. Cannabis does this. But you look at the darn deaths and overdoses. And I'm sorry to say this, but overdoses on cannabis is what? What is a cannabis overdose? I don't. If you take too many uh, cannabinoid pills, you're gonna have an overdose. You're still taking pills. Huh? Uh, no. But um, I've never seen the movie really of um, what is that movie? Reefer Madness. I never really watched it. I never really watched it because you know what? So many other things out there that make those people go like that. I have not really seen anyone on this or with cannabis go insane like that unless they have too much. They are on the wrong kind of strain because a lot of people get taken off of Zoloft or something like that. I don't know what kind of pills there is, but you get taken off one pill because this pill's not working for you, and you've been up and down this of milligrams on that, and you go into another one. So their levels, the bloodstreams and everything in their body are It's like going insane in a way, and it's not able to control possibly. I'm not a scientist, so don't quote me on this. Don't not quote me on this at all. Don't quote me. But it's how I feel about this stuff. Everyone has their opinions. I just say what it is. You know, in school, it made me focus. It makes me focus on what I'm wanting to do. Right now, I'm being random. But I'm on the subject of cannabis. And this might not be for kids, but I'm not sitting here trying to promote cannabis. I'm not trying to promote nothing. I'm just speaking my mind about this. That's all. It's just watching the Reefer Madness. How can you go insane with cannabis? I don't know. I absolutely do not know how you go insane with cannabis. Why does antidepressants always make you, they always say, may cause suicidal thoughts? Where does it say on my bottle that may cause um suicidal thoughts? I don't believe there's none on my capsule box. All it says is just what it says. It doesn't even say. Side effects may cause hunger. Side effects may cause clouds, butterflies, rainbows, unicorns, anything imaginary. But what it is. Thank you for the like, by the way, whoever liked it. Is that, did I do that? I hope I didn't like myself. I love myself. I don't like myself. Don't gotta love yourself. Love yourself. Like for the people that dislike cannabis and know that, you know, have had bad times on cannabis or have something with cannabis, just know that I'm not hating you for it. I'm not gonna sit there and pick and poke. He should smoke this. He should smoke this. He should smoke this. Now, if you already smoke cannabis or eat cannabis or something with cannabis, and you wanted to have an idea of like what to, you know, with that, I'll sit there and tell you what strain you would like to have instead of telling you to here have this whatever. I don't know what I would give you instead of cannabis if you are a cannabis consumer. Cannabis something. I just love cannabis and a lot of jobs. Oh yeah, the job thing with cannabis. Why and how? Here's something I could stay on. Why do jobs say you could be on Percocet or or some kind of Valium or whatever during your or I don't know what you I do not know pharmaceutical pills really. I honestly don't because I don't pay attention to pharmaceutical pills. But how can you go to work and be on on pharmaceutical pills, but you can't have cannabis in your system or be on cannabis. I understand it's federal or something like that. I don't know how all that stuff is, but my opinion is like it's not. I'm not trying. I'm not going. I understand there's legend and all that other stuff, but I'm just. It's not wise, and I don't really want to know the answers. Really, it's just kind of hurts in a way to be shunned because you are on this cannabis plant that helps you cope with everything in your life. I mean, whenever I'm not on this cannabis plant for the months I've been off of it, or not in my system, or however people explain it, it's something that I don't know, man. I'm getting teared up for no reason, but it's just like whenever your kids are your passion. My kids are, I'm talking about my kids, but I just, you can drink alcohol every day. It's like, it's like, I mean, I'm medically able to have cannabis. Uh, but for those that have cannabis for daily dosages and stuff, but going back to the job thing, like I don't, the funny thing is, how can we have cannabis industries that are these entrepreneurs of cannabis industries, all the fields into all that, as maintaining these multi-million-dollar freaking cannabis companies on this cannabis plant? Some may not have that, cannabis fuel, and they still take whatever, maybe, or just they don't take nothing or whatever, but they are able to maintain an industry that has actually been shunned upon for many, many years. For many, many years, it's been shunned upon, and they're maintaining it. Yet, I'm not trying to say, like I said, cannabis is not for everybody. Alcohol is not for everybody. I barely drink. And when I do, I just sit back and relax, man. For crying out loud, the bottle I have in my little freezer is frozen over. I need to get it out eventually. But as an employee at any kind of company or your own company, you're maintaining this thing, providing for your family, providing for everything. I mean, I don't know what the is it only cannabis industries that you're allowed to just be able to maintain your company, your job, your career, having this cannabis, but yet other companies, I mean, being medically able to have cannabis is a given, or but why? Can't I have my own reasons. I have my own reasons. I'm not gonna sit here and just like, you should. I don't know what that's called. Like, you should, you better, you better, you better. I'm not, no, no, no. Um, that's why getting into the cannabis industry for me would just like, that's why I like to talk about it. I've had people tell me I talk about cannabis so much that that's all I talk about, really. I talk about other things. Actually, it's just, I I mean, I could, it may not provide me food, it may not provide me food. And also, smoking or ingesting cannabis does not really give me those munchy things or whatever. I hold out. By the way, I hold out my darn munchy thing or whatever. I just eat before. Because whenever you take your pharmaceutical medicines, you have to eat before you take your medicine in a way. So you have a stomach and everything else. You don't want to work out on an empty stomach. I don't believe you should, because when you work out, you eat, and you just don't do things on an empty stomach. I could actually ingest cannabis on an empty stomach and not get a pukey feeling or anything like that. But I know that I'm sacrificing a lot of other energies that I could have of food source, but the life I have a brother that, is, I call a brother. He's in the cannabis industry. And it was amazing to hear that he's in the cannabis industry from the time I knew him. I taught him how to skateboard. I taught him, I, quote me, unquote me, or whatever. This is legit. I asked him one day a long time ago, I'm like, who would you have rather had taught you how to actually teach you how to skate or do tricks, I guess, or whatever. I only knew how to do a few tricks, mainly an ollie and kickflip at the time. Would you want to have a stoner or someone that doesn't smoke weed teach you how to skateboard? At the time, he said a stoner, but it's not that. It's just that we grew up from elementary and up. So it, it put me in a sense of mind that he went all the way from one state to another to follow his dreams into becoming what he is into now. If he stays into it, he stays into it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's what his life takes him. Now, for me, I finally put out my leap of faith into trying to get in this industry and career and life that I would love to live upon. It's hard for me to, I, with the knowledge I do know about this plant, I feel like I don't know enough, but I feel like I do know more than I know. I'm putting it live onto the stream. It's like mind-boggling right now because it's just coming out, and me on this cannabis plant, it's nothing that's not affecting me. It's not the bad matter or anything. It's just like there's a lot going through my mind right now about how I'm saying this stuff. It's just a lot of people. No, like I said, I mean, pharmaceutical help others. I mean, what if, what if you Now, for people that uh, may get on cannabis, I don't know how to actually terminology or how to actually explain this to people, but if you're ever going to open the door and step into having cannabis in any sorts of ways, like tinctures, um, gummies, flour, new ways, drinks. There's many ways of having cannabis. Um, just moderate yourself. Just moderate yourself on cannabis. Moderate. Now, when it comes to alcohol, you should know your limit. I'm gonna say this about my mom right now. My mom did say this. She's like, just, just don't drink as much as you think you will drink. I'm like, I looked at my mom like, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm gonna have to start buying my alcohol, really. It was, it was funny. That's why whenever I buy it, it's just it lasts for a while. And I mean, don't get me wrong, alcohol does loosen you up. If you want to go dance, go dance. You could just like moderate yourself. But for kids, two gumdrops, okay? Two gumdrops from the candy store. Now, make sure whenever you go to the candy store, make sure you look at the dates, man. Look at the dates of the candy expiration. Look at the expiration date. I went to a store the other day and I looked at their little Debbie cakes and I seen like March 12th expiration date of 2021. I was like, and it was just like 2 days ago. I was like, what? Uh-uh. The last time you just gotta be careful when you buy candy. I know I'm on candy now. Look at the expiration date. Now, when it comes to cannabis expiration date, I actually don't really. You know, you could do so much with the cannabis plant and the hemp. Oh my God, hemp. Oh, boats back in the day. Um, it's like hemp and cotton, man. I, I I'll bend backwards picking freaking hemp. Not necessarily, but you get what I'm saying. I would, man, just getting into cannabis. Crazy. I love to get into cannabis. Okay. It's not okay to talk about cannabis on the national wide world. I'm like, no, it's not. But people can sit here and talk about alcohol. We don't have people talking about Ritalin saying, oh my God, Ritalin, this is what makes Ritalin makes you feel like. No, not really. If you feel like this, and you take Ritalin, you'll be like, and you hear nothing. That's how I felt whenever I was on cannabis, or not cannabis, but on other, other pharmaceuticals. And don't get me wrong. I mean, my pediatrician, I mean, he's amazing. He was amazing. He was. uh, See, like, I don't really, you don't have to go to my pediatrician or anything, but a pediatrician My pediatrician, he got mad at me one time. Well, he would always get mad at me because I would always get hurt. I ended up breaking my ankle falling out of a tree. And I was like in fourth grade. And we went and got the foot cast for my ankle. And at the time, I was like, I do not want to sit here and not do nothing. I wanted to ride my bicycle. I wanted to ride my bicycle. And I was riding my bicycle. And my mom and I went to the next visit. And my mom tells my doctor, she's like, yeah, well, he was riding his bicycle with his foot cast on and everything else, and he fell and hurt himself in a way. Probably, I don't know if I hurt myself or something like that. I think, but my mom called me out on my freaking rebellious time with my broken out foot. It was my ankle. But I'm like, Ma, she's like, I told you I was going to tell on you. Not telling me, but like tell. Because I mean, it's not that she was not telling on me. She was just like concerned about my ankle being hurt if anything from riding a bike with a broken ankle. Hey, it was worth a try. It's worth a shot. I mean, keep me in the game, coach, kind of thing, keep me in the game. But yes, this is my longest time I've been on live for 42 minutes. And I have one like, and I had two viewers at one time. But if anything, if you see any of my videos on my YouTube channel, it's like my life, maybe. I may not like upload or really do that much because it's very hard for me to sit here and edit and all that kind of stuff. I've had this YouTube channel for many, many years. It's just life is. Hold on. But I'm going to tell you this: the who I'm subscribed to is is pretty epic. They provide me the information that I like to have. They provide the humor. They provide the entertainment. Well, humor is entertainment. They provide a lot of information for my life. I don't know how to like say their names. I don't really know. I don't know how to. I'm. I don't know how to get away with saying what cannabis dispensary I went to for the part I have. I call it medicinis. That's what I call dispensaries. Medicinis. Don't ask how and why I explain it that way. I don't know how random it's going to be. It's just like that. It's just going to be random. I am right now. I'm not staying on subject, and it's not because of anything. It's just because I don't give a shit. Love is all I got. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I think that's how it goes. I think that song part. It's already past that part. But I mean, like the music is everything to me, pretty much as well. Um, I don't know how to like there's many instruments I would like to enjoy using and doing. Um, I will like to know if anyone wants to know this brother of mine. He's been a brother to me for a long time, and he has had. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and just say that I'm subscribed to him because of the fact that we both we both legitly sat there and thought about selling cards as a young kid, as young kids, like very young. We were both basically in elementary, and we walked about probably a mile and a half, two. I don't know how big that area is, but we sold Rusty Wallace cards at the time. This is back when we were in elementary. We're either like, I think we're like a year apart of age, maybe possible. Either, I don't know how to explain it. But we actually had a fallout one time, you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. His brother of mine, the brothers I actually have as not as blood, but you know what? Blood doesn't really. It's it doesn't matter really to me. But the ones that have been through my life has went and heard and known everything about my life and can vouch for a lot of shit. Sorry for my language. This guy stuck through, you know, a lot. And his life ain't so perfect either. You know, his life hasn't been so perfect. Everyone's life is perfect. I'm gonna say this: we all live a perfect life in a way. To me, it's just it's great. But he he has a channel up, and I'm positively sure that if I put him in, oh my, oh, okay. Anyway, um, the I had to move that. Uh, we had a we had a fallout, and then one day, you know, I realized, you know, he reached out to me on one of my videos, and I was like, man, there's just because we had a fallout, he still reached out to me. And you know, that's whenever you know you that is a brother, that's a sister, that's everything to you. And when I reached out to him, my life was much a little bit better, you know, because I didn't want I feel like, you know, when we departed from each other, we we had a lot going on. I mean, his cha- his channel's fun, man. Y'all should check it out. I kind of believe it's okay to put it out there. Fred, come on, Fred, let me get this. All right, Fred, I'll put it out there. Fred Special Television Check him out. He has an introduction of where first special television came from. But anyway, this guy will tell you more about it because no, no, in all honesty, I do not want to sit here and tell you what I know in a way because it's not really it's not really my it's not really like I don't really give out people's phone numbers really unless they have direct permission in a way. Direct like it's just like hard for me to sit here and say, hey, that's oh by the way, I heard this song that I don't know if I'm allowed to bring up, but it's that Suavemente song. That was actually been playing at the mall the other day, and I was like, just like, "Ugh," and then when we walked away from the down spot, I was like, oh man. Then it went to elevator kind of music, which is I don't give a shit bobbers about that. Just saying, um, hmm, like I said, it's random. I'm just putting things out. I'm just, oh, you punk. Oh my. We are live on YouTube right now. And my bro just hit me up. I want to see it. Hold on. All right. Well, I guess I gotta get off here. There's a line playing. So peace out. Thank you for watching.